Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Don't forget to share our videos, subscribe, and tell your friends, your classmates about the channel. On this video, I'll be working on linear algebra 2. Linear algebra 1, which they are very simple part of mathematics, which the outline are vector space, subbase, linear independence, basis, dimension, matrix. I think we have a lot of videos for you on matrix now, and the linear mapping. Now, this matrix is also, you know about matrix. We can talk about the transpose, we can talk about the addition, the operation part. We can talk about determinant, inversion, Cramer's rule, inversion rule, and all this method of solving. There are many of them. We have Gaussian elimination method. We have row reduction. We have echelon form, and so on and so forth will be on this part. And this part, linear mapping, is on its own, which I think by now you are good to go with this. You are good to go with this. But now I'll be working on this part, which is vector space, subbase, linear independence, basis, and dimension. Now let me try to work on a vector a bit, at least, to let you see how vector look like. It's a very nice part of mathematics. Don't forget to know that. I think we're talking about linear algebra. This is mathematics, anyway. That you should be able to understand. Now, let me try to work on vector. Vector is a very simple part of mathematics. We all know what is called vector. Now, vector, according to normal layman, we talk about direction vector. It has direction and magnitude. Now, it means when I have 3i, do you get it now? This is the magnitude, this is the value, and this is the what? The direction. That is what I mean by what? Vector. Now, when you hear word vector, it means we are talking about what? Direction and magnitude. Now, there's not much to know. We have done a lot of videos on vector already. You can go to our channel and be on it. We have 5 videos on it, but let me brief it because of this linear algebra case, so that we will have the knowledge of vector very well. Now, and don't forget, when we talk about vector, we'll be talking about addition vector, which is operation of vector. I think I have it right up here. Let me try to work on that to be fine. Vector space and the vector. Okay, now when we talk about vector, we're talking about addition vector, which is the operation part of vector. Now, when we talk about vector, we talk about v equals to 2i plus 3j. I think that is normal way. Now plus k. This is called three-dimensional vector. I, j, k. Now, don't forget that I can find many things here. Number one, I can find the what? The magnitude. Magnitude. Now, magnitude also known as what? This is how to write magnitude. That is how to write magnitude. Now, I can find magnitude. I can find the units. Units of v. Now, how do I find my unit of v? We write it as u and magnitude of v. That is my v. I can find my direction cosine of u of v. It means I want to know the distance. The angle on each vector. That is how it will. It means I'm gonna. It can be like this. It can be like this. This can be k, j, and what? And k, and I. That is direction. I think we have talked about type of vector, point of light vector, and those ones are so simple. Now, that is what we need to know. And for you, we have to understand what is called point vector. We have to call what is called dot product. Dot product. Now, how do I get my dot product? It means A dot B. That is very, very important. It always equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos theta. Take note of that. with the help of my product, I can generate what is called angle between two vectors. Take note of that. And then what is called cross product. Cross product, which I have A cross B, it always equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and sine theta. Take note of that. My A cross, it always equals to IJK, A1, A2, A3, and B1, B2, B3. Take note of that. Which, after solving this, it will land me back to what? To vector. Take note of that very, very well. I'm trying to be very brief so that you have understanding of everything. Now, there are another thing that is very common on vector. Dot product can also be called inner products, which is also known as inner products. Please take note of that. Inner product. That is dot product for you. And also, what else do I need to talk about now? And we have what is called, projectile. Like find a projection. Find the projection of the vector A on the vector B, if A equals to 2i plus 3j and B equals to minus I plus 4j. Now, when we talk about projection, take note of this. This can be a problem somewhere. When you hear a word projection, it's very simple. Listen to me. When you hear a word projection, my projection will be equals to find the projection of A on what? This is a vector. Please take note of that. There are differences between vector and this is a vector. This is a vector. But if I have it like this is a scalar, is a scalar. Please take note of that. You have to understand that. And if I want to use a form of direction, I can have this in terms of this is a vector. And if I'm moving like this is just a little distant. But if I have it this way, I have something like this becomes a vector because I've attached the direction to it. But if I have something like this is not a vector. This is a vector, not a vector. Not a vector. Please, this is a vector, this is a vector. This one is a vector because it has direction. Now, when I'm talking about what's the name of this thing? Projection. It means I want to find projection. It means my A on B. Take note of that. Find the projection of the vector A on B. If it is B on A, if it is B on A, the story will change. It means my projection will be equals to, what is my A? My A is equals to 2i plus 3j dot my unit vector of this is called unit vector. This is called unit vector. It means I can write it as well as A dot V on what? Magnitude of what? Of A. Now, it means, what is my B? My B is minus I. It's good to put bracket. Minus I plus 4j and divided by what? Magnitude of 1 minus 1 squared plus 4j. Now, so doing this, I will have this dot this, it will be what? Minus 2. This does this, it will be what? Plus 12. Divided by this and this will be 2 and that will be 16. This is going to be, sorry for the mistake. That will be root of what? 17. Which my answer, my P, will be equals to minus 10 root of what? 17. Which it can be implies. I can't leave my answer like this in mathematics. It's very wrong. I think that should take us to solve. I can rationalize by having minus 10 root of 17 divided by 17. I just rationalize it by so doing that. That is very, very important. I think with this, I've tried to work on a vector, which you should understand what vector all means. And if I'm talking about vector diagram, please take note of that. This is what I mean by vector diagram. Don't forget that all what you need already on vector is already on the channel. Just know that. And if I have a vector diagram, this is a diagram, this is a diagram, this could be a vector. As it is, it's just like a diagram. It's a plane shape. But at the moment I have it in this form, I have it in this form, I have it in this form, this becomes a what? Vector. Please take note of that. This becomes a what? Vector. Now, if I have this as A, B, and C, I want to understand it very well. Now, my A, B direction plus BC, it will be equal to what? AC. Now, look at this. These movements go like this, go like this. Now, this one is the what? We call it resultant. What do I call it? Resultant. This movement, this opposes the movement. And what else do you need to know about vector? I think, okay, let me see the write-up. Maybe I cannot explain everything about vector. Okay, now, before I end, I think I have something here that I need to explain. I have some problems to show about vector so that I will make you to understand vector very well. Sorry, we are working on linear algebra. I think vector is the first part of it. Okay. Now, if I have this thing, find, this is very common in year 2 material, find xy such that x minus y, comma, x plus y, comma, z minus 1 equals to 4, 2, 3. Now, look at this particular problem. It's a very simple part of, of this. Like you are told, you are asked to solve something like this. It's very common. I've been checking on it. Look at the solution to this problem. Now, how do I solve it? It's very simple. Just know that what? I have I minus, comma, plus j, comma, and what? Z minus 1 equals to 4, 2, 3. Now, listen to me. At this point, you compare this x minus y equals to 4 and x plus y equals to 2 and z minus 1 equals to 3. This marry this, this marry this, this marry this. Now, it means when you are talking about vector, you can compare like this. It means I'll be having like, okay, if I say that my z equals to 4, I think there's no any problem. My z equals to 4. Now, I think I can say that what? My x minus y equals to 4. X plus y equals to 2. This is going to be 2x. When I'm adding together, it will be equals to 6. My x equals to 3. Since my x equals to 3, my y will be equals to 2 minus x, which is my y equals to minus 1. My y equals to minus 1. Now, look at this now. X, y, comma, x plus y, comma, z minus 1 will be equals to 4, 2, 3. Let's try to work it around. Now, what is my x? My x is 3 minus y is what? Can you see? Comma, what is my x? I have 3 plus minus 1. And z, which is going to be my z is what? 4 minus 1. Can it be equals to what is here? 4, 2, 3. Let's try. This one will be 4. This one will be 2. This one will be 3. Can you see is equals to what? 4, 2, 1. Please, that is a very nice question that can be asked somewhere because I just look at what I wrote to grant. I think it's correct. That is very, very, very correct. Now, another question can be asked like if u equals to, if you permit me to write the question because of time. Okay, this is a question that we are asked to find this. this, this, and this. Okay, you are asked to find this. When your u equals to this, your v equals to this. The first one, u plus v, don't forget you are just having what? 2, 4, 5, which is plus, what's it called? 1 minus 6, 4, which I will be adding them together, which is having 3, I having minus 2, and I have what? I have 9. Now it means my u plus v equals to this. Take note of that. Take note of that. Now the next one, which is, sorry, please, I'm talking about, let me stress yourself, sorry. I think it's equals to this. Take note of that. It's a vector. It means ijk, 3-dimensional vector. Take note of that. 3-dimensional vector. Now it means when you add up vector, 2 vectors together, or 3 or more vectors together, you are to land at what? Vector. Take note of that. Now, when you talk about 7j, which is a scalar, this is a scalar. This is a scalar of what? Of u, of vector u. It means I'm talking about 7 in bracket of 2, 4, 5, which I have what? 14. 7 times 4, that is 28, and 35. That is what we are talking about. It means 7u equals to that. Now, if I'm talking about minus u, it's something as what? Minus 2, minus 4, minus 5. Take it of that. And if I'm having 3u minus 5v, 3u minus 5v is not a complex, you just need to do, if I were you, I can say that my 3u will be equals to 3 bracket of 2, 4, 5, which it implies 6, 12, 30, 15. Now, I will move on to my 5v. My 5v will be 5. What is my v? 1, 6, and 4, which implies 5 minus 6 times 5, that will be 30, and I'll be having 20. Can you see? I can answer that my 3u minus 5v will be equals to what? Just minus the 2 together. This, that is this, minus this, it will be 1. This, minus that, which is, minus will be here. Minus become plus. 30, that will be 42. 40. 42, that will be 42, and this minus this, it will be minus 5. That's what you are to do. I think that can also be common, because I was looking at the first question, and I saw something like that there. The last thing I want us to know also is that when a question is given, and you are hearing a word orthogonal, please, orthogonal. This is called orthogonal. Orthogonal. Now, when we talk about orthogonal, it means the theta equals to what? 90. The theta equals to what? 90. At the point of what? If it is orthogonal, my cross A cross B will be equals to what? A. That is my cross. When it's orthogonal, the cross will be equals to what? Sine what? 90. Because I know that this is 90. Sine 90 is always equals to what? 1. It means the orthogonal of cross vector of 2 vectors is equals to what? 1. That is orthogonal. When it is dot, take a look at orthogonal of dot. Orthogonal of dot. Orthogonal of dot. Dot product. Now, it means if it is orthogonal, take note of this, it means my A dot B will be equals to what? Is 0. How will I be 0? How will it be 0? A dot B will be equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and we have cos theta. What is my cos? My cos become 90. It means A dot B equals to cos what? 90. My cos 90 is always equals to what? Is 0. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. It means, what am I saying? Am I saying the right thing? I think so. Now, cos 90, okay, I'm very correct. It means I'm talking about what A dot B equals to A and B, which is equals to 0. Multiply by 0 multiplied by this, it means A dot B equals to 0. Please, when you hear orthogonal, please take note of this information very well. Orthogonal of cross is equals to what? The cross equals to what? The magnitude. The cross equals to what? The magnitude. When you hear orthogonal of dot product, it means the dot will be equals to 0. It means I will be having something like this, which I will be talking about something like this, and also be talking about something like that. And by so doing that, you will be fine with yourself. I think I've mentioned what is called. Okay, before I end this part, let me try to explain what is called coplanar. I mean collinear. Collinear. Can you see? I really appreciate my students. They are doing well, all the way from those states, from all the way from Lekki, and also part of the world, from Germany, and I mean from South Africa. And you guys just keep on with the video; you'll be fine with it. Okay. When I'm talking about I'm talking about a collinear. Collinear. Now, collinear. Now, if it is collinear, it means it's parallel. Please, orthogonal is what? Perpendicular. Orthogonal is what? Perpendicular. Collinear is what? Parallel. Collinear is parallel. Orthogonal is what? Perpendicular. Now, if it is like that, it means I'm talking about what? If two vectors A and B are collinear or parallel. Please take note of that. Parallel to each other. It means I'm talking about what? Theta equals to what? Is 0. Theta equals to what? Is 0 degree. You know the implication on dots and what? Product and cross. It means if it is perpendicular, it means I will be talking about A cross B. It will be equals to A magnitude, B magnitude, and sine theta. My theta becomes 0. When it's 0, sine is 0 is what? Is 1. Sine is 0 is what? Is 0. It means A cross B will be equals to what? Is 0. Now, what if my dots, this is my cross, that means A dot B will be equals to A B and what? Cos is 0. My cos is 0 is 1. Don't forget if it is parallel, it has no angle form, which is 0. Now, A dot B will be equals to what? A B. And which is going to be what? Cos 0 is 1. That is what is there. Don't forget that also, if I need to remember something now. If something like this happens, don't forget to think this way, and very, very important. What else do you now need to work on? I think I've used the first video to explain vector and how to see how simple, how easy vector is. And I think we have talked about a lot of things. Addition, magnitude of a vector. Let me repeat. Magnitude of a vector is just like magnitude is denoted by what? This is magnitude. It means what? The scalar on square plus. It means you have to avoid 0, no 0. And also we talk about unit vector. M unit is equals to what? M vector divided by magnitude of the vector. Now, and also we move on to what is called projection. Projection, just like when you are projecting on A on B, it means A of unit vector of B, which is A dot B all over what? Magnitude of what? Of B. That is unit vector. That is called projection. And also we move on to what is called dot product, cross product. Don't forget that if it is cross, my dot product, they will, and cross also. You can learn more from our video on, we have 5 videos on the vector already. I will be stopping here. Don't forget you are home with further solutions ahead. Once again, thanks for watching. Keep on with it. Share the video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed before. Thanks for watching.